Hello beautiful Pisces, and it's been a whole 2 weeks since yesterday's video for me, so I am getting back into the swing of things, and along with it I am bringing all of my fall stuff. Yeah, okay, so it's a little early for the Halloween one, but it's not too early for pumpkins. So I have my pumpkins, my little fall gnome here, I have all my gourds, and I'm tickled pink. So we're going to go right into videos. Now, like I said, I've been on vacation for a little over 2 weeks. You guys didn't feel a thing because I made sure you had videos that entire time. But what does that mean? Does that mean I'm completely out of touch with the cards that I pulled for you yesterday? Absolutely not, because I watched what I did on my Celtic Cross, and I made notes, and I convened with Spirit last night, knowing that I'm coming back here today to do these readings. So yeah, I was talking about a little bit of passion here. There's a lot of, I feel a lot of Pisces energy here anyway, with these cards that came in to explain the week. There's a lot of, and upon looking at them and feeling them, I also feel that there's a lot of love within for the self. Okay, a lot of times this beautiful Knight of Cups, he's like, you know, showing all the love, you know, like I call him the love bomber, but in this case I feel that it's you're love bombing yourself. I've been feeling that this week. You got very intuitive, you've broken down the illusion, you're gonna feel very this is about nostalgia, memories of the past, but they're good memories because you have the puppy and then him older. There's something here that's holding you in the good feeling moments of your life. I feel that. I feel that how she's holding this between her hands, that you're getting that good, happy feeling. And that's absolutely wonderful, because you need to hold on to those things, Pisces, okay? This week, I feel you really need to hold on to those things. So we're going to start with Monday's reading, which started with the Seven of Swords, and I am a segment intending, I am attracting. And I remember these, and I know what this feels like. I feel like she is like moving on. First of all, you see those gates opening up, and she's moving on somewhere. Now, I know this card generally means in, you know, circles that, you know, somebody's stolen from you, or it's like the thief card, as they call it. And to safeguard what is yours. It is safeguarding what is yours. But in this case, I think it's you are safeguarding your good feelings. The feelings that you have inside. I feel that as well from here. See? I feel that they're both like, you know, on a night journey going. Nighttime for me, for some people is, you know, a scary time. For me, it's a time of insight. You kind of sit back and get really deep within your intuition and what you're feeling within yourself. So we're going to go with that right now. You have a segment intendant 53 that says, I am segment intending, I am attracting. What really got me is that the birds are flying around you. I feel that that's like in your brain, right? You have a lot of everything floating around in your head all of the time. But this figure is only concentrating on this one bird right here. And that's the biggest part of that card that came through. 53 is 8. 8 is like quality work. It's the stuff that you're doing. It's the stuff that you're paying attention to. So I'm really feeling it in that way. I feel like you're saying, I'm going to pay attention to the things that matter, to the things that bring me happiness and joy. I'm going to stay right in this moment. I'm not going to let other moments take me away. I'm going to deal with this right now. Like I'm sitting here, I'm doing readings. I have a ton of things to do, but I am sitting here, I'm doing a reading, and I'm not going to let the other things kind of steal away from the moments here with you, okay? The way you feel is your point of attraction, and so the value of segment intending is that you pause many times during your day to say, this is what I want and expect from this segment of my life experience, and I'm going to add right now. Okay, and as you set forth those powerful thoughts, you will attract into experience what you want. So this week, it's going to be about that. I want you to take the time to really segment intend what you're doing, Pisces. Okay, to really, really think about what you're doing and saying, I want to take a moment and really concentrate and focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I had put all my decks away in a safe place while I was doing this, so I'm going to retrieve them. I'm going to take from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So we're going to take a card from that. Ooh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, even though I am not. I'm really not sick anymore. Oh, please don't sneeze. That's such a loud and terrible thing to do in a video. All right, you are the master of your own ship, okay? So when you listen to any tarot and oracle readings, you should always use them to empower yourself. Now, I don't make any predictions of any kind. I just use these to tell you that maybe, you know, to give you some hints and tips and tricks on how to move forward in your life, how to focus on happiness. But yeah, I just want to make sure. So there's self-love and acceptance. And again, these are absolutely what I feel this week. This is what I feel you, okay? I feel that you are going, exactly, the self-love. I was talking about that right here. This is what I'm talking about right here, okay? Yeah, I'm feeling that most definitely in these readings. I also feel the beautiful acceptance of yourself. You're accepting that life is not going to be perfect, okay? But you're also, I feel like you're going, I accept the magic. You see the magic in this again. I feel the night. I feel the moon coming in, and the things. Look at these birds. Oh Lord, look at this. Look, they're right here. They're still all there, okay? What I'm feeling from this, Pisces, is exactly that. I feel that you are making a connection, such as you're making a connection here with the focus of this, okay? You're making a connection with the moment. You're making a connection with the people. And you're not, you're not letting all the stuff that's flying in your brain, okay? That's begging for your attention to take you away from what you're focusing on, to do that. I love this. I love the fact that this is coming in that way. Okay? It's like it doesn't matter what you throw at me, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to figure it out. Okay? Oh, bunny, she's trying my patience today. Okay, so it says, acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. The past doesn't exist and the future hasn't happened. There is only right now. I love that, because that's what I'm saying. All this week I told you, you're going to focus on right now. You're in this segment right now. You're listening to me right now. This is where you are fully. Okay? You're sitting here fully letting this come in. And that's the most important part, Pisces. That's the most important part. Okay? So, let's see here. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth-telling, we are often confronted with what really is. The realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth. It's too hard to bear, or we're afraid of accepting something difficult, right? Yeah, because sometimes the moment you're in is not always going to be an easy one. Sometimes it's a difficult one, but I don't feel that this week. I feel that you are accepting right now that no matter what's flying around you, no matter all the tasks, the chores, the things that you perceive you need to be doing right now, you're going to give your full attention to right now. And some of that is self-love. It's loving yourself, okay? It's taking the time to care about yourself, Pisces, okay? So it says radical self-love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Don't compare yourself to others. Start your change with focus and love of self. So focus. If I were to use a word for this week, focus on you. Focus on feeling good in this moment. Okay? You can choose to feel bad, or you can choose to feel good. And you can choose to hate yourself, or you can choose to love yourself. So I want you to take a moment to love yourself. Okay? All right, Pisces. So let's move on to the next cards. Let's take some tarot from... Oh, should I look at this one? The Three of Swords. Yeah, okay. So some of that was talking about seeing the hard truth, okay? So for some of you, it may be because you're looking at escaping the hard truth. Maybe there's something you haven't been wanting to look at. But you know, it's time to free yourself from that kind of thing. Avoidance isn't going to make anything... isn't going to make anything come out of anything, if you know what I mean. You're just going to just keep living in the same limbo type of energy that you have been this whole time. So seeing the truth in something, okay? Seeing the truth in a situation helps you move on from things, okay? Also seeing if maybe you're stuck somewhere, right? You're trying to figure out a solution to something and you're stuck. It's time to admit to yourself, I'm stuck. I'm stuck, okay? And ask for help. Ask for help, whether it's spiritually or just ask for help, okay? You're not on this planet on your own. There are other people on it. Other people who've come up with solutions, or they may even come up with perceptions of things that you haven't thought of, okay? But it's time to focus on something, whatever it is, to get past it. And there you go. There's the other people, okay? There's the conflict resolution, that Five of Wands. These people are there to maybe help you put the puzzle pieces or the chess pieces in the places they're meant to be. So you can figure out how to move past that. If you look right here, you see it, right? Look at this. Okay? You see past this. She's trying to figure out. It's like, how do I make things happen here? How does it work out here? Okay? It's all about figuring it out. So, don't bleed unnecessarily and focus on problem solving and solutions, okay? And move on and focus on the right now. Focus on the thing at hand, okay? Everything's at hand here. The flowers are in hand. Self-love, you in hand. Everything is about what's at hand here, okay? So let's see here what else we can get. So this is you this week. So I'm showing a picture of what's going to be happening, what's going on with you. Okay? Don't find yourself in the weeds. Don't get caught up in the weeds. This also is coming into play with those negative feelings. Okay? Protecting yourself from the negativity of what you're feeling as well. Get yourself out of that as soon as possible is what I feel. Okay, if it means dealing with it, asking for help, or just putting it away for a minute, because sometimes when we sleep on something, we come back to it with a fresh insight. On some of my most difficult moments, I've given it 24 hours. I've given it 24 hours, you know, going, yeah, I think I need to get away from it for a minute to see what's going to happen. Okay? What's your honest truth? What's your honest truth? I'm going to give you an example of me because I can only speak from my viewpoint. My honest truth is I want to be happy. Okay? And I know everybody wants to be happy, Jane. Yeah, but not everybody, I don't know. We say it and then somehow we lose track of it, right? We get caught up in the weeds. We get caught up in the weeds. There's weeds here, or in the flight of things that are going on around us. And we're not really focusing on what makes us happy in this moment. Okay, being here with you in this moment makes me happy. If I need to take care of something, like the rabbit was chewing on a carpet, I put a square piece of, there's these plastic thingies. She can't chew on them, but they're They're like plastic pieces you can just lay on the carpet. So she'll stop chewing in that corner. I had to stop it, deal with it, come back here to my moment of joy, okay? It's a very small example. Some of you are probably going through some much bigger things, but this is what I'm talking about, okay? What do I cherish? The joy right now of doing this. Free of distractions, okay? Free of getting bothered. And so this is what I'm concentrating on. This is what I'm focusing on right now. Because this is what I want, right? The cars are going by and everything's trying to get my attention. To get me look at these birds right here, right? Come here, come here. There's a lot of distractions, okay? Do all of these things. Concentrate on the right now. Concentrate on this moment with me, okay? Enjoy yourself right at this moment. Very, very good advice and very good for just being in the moment, Pisces. Okay? So I hope that you guys have been having good weeks, that you are practicing being in the moment of happiness. I know the last 2 weeks before I went on vacation were very awesome readings. For me, I remember them as feeling really in tune, really going down the right road. Okay, so I'm hoping that you have continued on while I have continued on focusing on my joys and my happiness and what makes me good and content, right? Really, it's having, for me, it's been a lot about having loose expectations and still feeling like I'm accomplishing a lot in every moment, right? Solitude, higher self. And we had 4. I just saw 4. Yeah. Acceptance. Okay. Again, I feel that this has the higher self, the moon, because we are Pisces. The moon, I know, comes off as illusion, you know, like, oh, don't, you know, be in illusions. But for us, because this is a Pisces channel, I feel that the sun also, the moon is also about intuition, like you're listening to your dreams and your intuition and your higher self, okay? Some of you may be doing this by just being on your own, right? Taking a moment on your own to figure out what makes me happy in this moment, okay? And I feel this again, okay? I feel the one-on-one. I feel that this is rooting this out, throwing it out, okay? Letting all of those kind of, you know, those birds fly in their own direction and being of the moment. Solitude helps you with that. I feel this card as well as saying that. It helps. The self-love card, you're feeling she's going within herself. Most definitely this week you're going to take moments of just focusing on the moment, because sometimes if too much is going on around you, you got to get yourself out of the situation, right? You got to get up and walk away and go and get some time to yourself just to reset, put it back into the right zone, okay? I'm big into zones recently. I feel it's like, okay, this doesn't feel good. I don't want to be in that. I'm going to get away from that. I don't want that, okay? And I feel that's what you're doing here. You're trying to find the right zone. Four, for me, is the number of stability. It's constantly trying to find that stability. The Four of Coins is trying to control the gains, right? Finding that stability. The Four of Wands is about that table. Those, I love the wands. They usually make me think of 4 table legs, like the stability to put the table on, the celebration of you know, a job well done. You have a good foundation. Celebrate it. Even the Four of Cups, you're pondering because you want to make the right decision to make you stable in your life, right? And the Four of Swords is, of course, rest, solitude, right? This time of healing, this time of reset. So fours is a very beautiful, stable numbers. It's the beginning of something concrete for you to work on. So I really, really love that number. This is what you're working on this week. This is what you're doing. And if you've noticed, you probably don't, this is a cup and it's got a gourd in it, but it's written bloom where you are planted. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to bloom in the moment. And you're planted in this moment, okay? You're planted in this foundational moment. You're planted right here. And you're looking at things around you. I'm looking at my cards. I'm looking at this table. I'm looking up at the viewfinder at you. I am right here. I'm very present in this moment. I'm not thinking about what's happening later or what's coming. Take one thing at a time, the Ace of Wands, one single thing at a time, and put the spark of energy, of life, of joy into it. You need to slow yourself down to do this, though, Pisces, because it won't just come. It just won't. The mind wants to distract you. The mind wants to say, here, 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 squirrel, you know, squirrel. So you need to take the moment to just kind of, okay, I'm looking around, I'm seeing what is, what's going on, and just kind of go into it, right? Judgment card, right? I also love the fact that, again, her eyes, like, look at this angel's eyes. They're closed, right? And in doing that, you see, this is a very interesting judgment card because this is an angel, but it looks more like a feminine figure, you know, receiving. And you see all the clouds here almost like breaking up or breaking through. These figures are freeing themselves. I feel that that's kind of a reminder, Pisces, that we're accountable for what we do and who we are, right? So if you choose to be unhappy about something, you will be, okay? And again, I'm going to be very clear. I'm talking about day to day. I'm not talking about the big events in life, okay? Like the sadnesses, the loss of a loved one, something, you know, tragic happening in your life. These are moments that are going to affect you regardless of who you are, because they're major moments in our lives. Mine have come in, and I've always had some kind of teaching, wisdom, and learning, and I've had quite a few interesting, we'll call them interesting instead of tragic, things happen along the way. I've always gotten and learned the wisdom from them, and yeah, they've always been like major turning points, major aha moments. But here we're talking about everyday life, the stuff that you built into your life, the stuff that you have made part of the being you are, right? Part of your decision-making process, how you get distracted, how you react to things. This is what this is. And it's freeing yourself from that, liberating yourself so that you can have the time to really focus on the moments that matter, okay? And this week, that's really what you are focusing on. That's what you're focusing on. That's what you want to focus on for yourself. Okay. Even as I do this, I have a list of things, because as anybody who takes vacation, you know, you come back to the same stuff, or the stuff that hasn't been fixed, the stuff that needs to be looked at. I have quite a few things that need to be done. And, you know, sometimes it's just best to write down the list and go slowly. Do what you can, okay? Do what you can. All right. And no judgment. No judgment. No judgment. Don't judge yourself, okay? That's the worst thing you could do. Instead, when you accomplish even the smallest of things, give yourself a pat on the back. Look at everything I've did today. Everything I've done. I've succeeded in doing this, 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 and this. I'm so good, right? So now, it says, my every relationship can now feel better. 58. So that is 13, again, a number 4. Okay? So you can celebrate your relationships now. Okay? By intending, as you are moving into segment of a relationship, I love this. The word segment is coming in again. To focus upon your points of harmony. To give your great attention. Not to what you are disagreeing about, but to the things you agree upon. That is the resolution in all relationships, and I think in all things, okay? For when you focus on what you do not like, by the law of attraction, you solicit more of what you do not want. Exactly. So, you don't want to be thinking, this is the thing. You don't want to be thinking about the things that you are safeguarding. The idea of safeguarding yourself means that you need protection from bad thoughts. So instead, just focus on the good stuff. Focus on the happy stuff. The happy colors in front of me right now. The happiness I feel being back doing readings. I'm going to focus on that. And I'm not going to think of the next thing. I'm not going to think of the other things trying to get my attention back here. Going, hey, there's a lot of stuff here. No, right now, I'm here. What's the use of being there, right? Be in the moment. Be in the basket. Be in the balloon. You can't be down here. You can't be doing all. You can only just be here. In your relationship, in your life, you can only be right in the moment. So be of that moment right now. Okay? Now I have another deck. I'm going to take from this one. By focusing on the task at hand, you're really putting the puzzle pieces or the chess pieces, you're really giving it the attention it needs, right? You're not distracted. The other thing I've noticed in my last 2 weeks of vacation is how people are distracted. They really are squirrel. Like people, there's a lot of squirrel things. There's some people who are intent on making the world move faster. Let's make it go faster, faster, faster. All the time. Right? I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. It's all about the thought pattern this week. It's all about that. It's all about figuring out how to stay well. Okay? I love that. The eye and the mind are all concentrated on one thing. And again, you see this? You see the weeds? Look at the correlation between. You see that there? You see it here? That's you in the weeds. And I feel that this week you're going to be put in situations where, like I said, there's going to be stuff trying to get your attention to keep you out of that harmony type deal. Okay? If I were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we had resolved the negative emotion. We would make sure that we have come into alignment with Source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in short time, you will feel the harmony of your Source, and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long list of right and wrong, but instead we would feel the emotion of alignment to Source. That's what I mean. You know that in the background there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. You know that you might not have the solution to all of those things. But right at this moment, where are you? I am in a brightly filled, colored space with spirit. Yeah, I'm going to take that thought and that moment and this feeling and really soak it in. Yeah. Why would I miss the opportunity to do this? Okay? Why would I miss the opportunity? This is what I want you to write in the comment section today for me. Why would I miss the opportunity to feel good in this moment? Why would I miss the opportunity to feel good in this moment right now? And I want you to remind yourself of that this week. When your mind starts going, but, and people are going, but, hey, I want you to go, stop. And why would I dismiss the opportunity to feel good in this moment? You're not. You don't want to. You're not going to. Okay? That's your pact with me this week. You're not going to. You're going to feel good. Yeah. We're going to feel good. All right. Page of Cups. Ah, Page of Cups. A fish in a hand. Usually when this card comes out, all I think is Pisces. This is us, right? The moon, Pisces. But I'm going to take another card with it. Why? Because I feel like it. The Ace of Pentacles. It came out right away. Wanted to be seen. So I see this, especially with this card, I see that you have many opportunities, okay? Just by all of these fish jumping from there to here, yeah, to your hand. A fish in a cup into the hand. And this one has more than one fish. Usually we have one. These, you have many here. You have many fish. I see these weeds again, okay? But they're standing at your side now. You are covered in seaweed, though. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this card, this lighting. I hope so, but probably not. Trust me on this. There's seaweed all over, okay? It's almost like being bound, but what I'm seeing from this card, or what I'm feeling from this card, Pisces, is that it doesn't seem to matter to you here that you're covered in all this seaweed. Because your hand is open to the opportunity, to the colors, to the beautiful thoughts. It's like you're feeling very intuitive where you stand, and you're okay with it. You're okay. Even though there's stuff still trying to trip you up. And it really is. I mean, there's even some at the bottom. I wish I could... Why is this card so dark all of a sudden, or is it just me? Okay. Trust me on this. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles, right here. So here is the opportunity. Again, I love the idea of the 1 and 1, okay? It's coming in a lot. It's like, look at this one opportunity and this wonderful opportunity to plant the seed of something that's going to grow into something fruitful. You see, if you give your attention to the right thing, you stand more of a chance of first of all building a memory, okay? Because we're dealing with the 6 of Cups. Building a memory that you're going to look back on and going, oh, you know, that moment in my life was so cool. I concentrated on that, and I did that, and I did this. And every part of your life is going to bring in a good memory, right? If you concentrate if you get happy about the thought of something and the end goal of something, you're missing all of the meat in the middle, the meaty part, the great part of it. Let's not use meat, but anyway, I don't know, the substance, okay? The substance of the experience. You're you're basically dropping it down to bookends. I was excited about the idea, and then I was excited at the end when it was done. What they're trying to do is for you to focus on all the steps in between and bring joy to all those steps, so that when you look back on it, the whole experience will be something that you really is substantial in your life. And if you start doing that with everything in your life, you start feeling that every moment is great. You start living less in the past of things, and you start being excited about the next moment, or the moment you're in, not even the next moment, the moment that you are in right now, right? No matter what's going on around you, no matter what the weeds are doing, it's asking you to see the truth in things. It's asking you to step away from the distractions. It's asking you to concentrate on what you're doing right now. Okay? I like that. I like that lots, Pisces. Okay, so let's take another one of these. Overrate your intuition. Again, I feel that intuitive thing really coming in, Pisces, okay? Again, with the page, that's what I was talking about, is I feel like there's a lot of intuition. I'm going to take another one of these, though. Success and transformation. Beautiful. Okay, so what's coming in from them is also what they're telling me is that if you're focusing on the moment of, you stop worrying about the things that you might have to do, and also stop worrying about A, B, C, D, E, F, G that you have to do in the future to make these things happen. So what happens is that you focus on the moment, and then you take the next step, and you focus on that, and then you take the next step, and you focus on that. So you're no longer worrying about the next 30 steps. Because what happens when you worry about the next things that are coming in, you stop transforming. You find a way to talk yourself out of the transformation that is going to occur. You start thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't do that, because you start worrying about something in the future that's not happened yet, right? Am I going to be able to do that? When you focus on the moment, in this moment right now, you're making it happen right now. You're not thinking over there. You're thinking right over here, okay? So what happens? You take the next step, focus on that, and then suddenly what happens? You succeeded. You transform something from nothing to something, okay? Whatever that may be in your life right now, you're focusing on transforming something, nothing, into something. So your success comes in, and it's another 4. That's what I just noticed that, and I moved it over here. 4 is coming in. It seems to be our fun number this week, number 4. I've just realized that we have 3 of the aces on the table. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. How lovely. How lovely. I love that. I love this. All right, so I'm going to take from this deck. It wasn't part of the initial roundup, but it is on the table because I used it last week and the week before that to read myself. So we're going to throw it in the fold, okay? Plus, it's a beautiful fall deck. Look at this. Look at these colors of vintage. I'm all about vintage, right? It's because I lived in the 20s and the 30s in my last lifetime. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what was this? What was this? Ah, the Hierophant. Okay. So, the Hierophant number 5, my card. This is my card of my life number. It is, yeah, about finding that balance. Okay, so because I use this deck on myself, they're talk about what I mean about that. Not about myself, well, yeah, I guess a little bit about myself, but to talk more, define more of what I mean about that. I never really went crazy in my life, not as per se. I think I had a few moments of craziness, but crazy resided around me. I knew what, and I know a lot of people are going to take offense to the word crazy, but I mean, I would say more crazy things happened in my life. Let's just talk about that. Crazy things happened in my life that really unbalanced my childhood, okay? And I knew what that looked like. So at a very young age, I didn't want to be going down that path, but I went the other way. I went completely the other side. I went to accumulating wisdom, but then safeguarding it to a point where it was no longer allowed to grow. And that's what 5 is famous for. That's what my life number is about. It's about moving past that and being able to continue learning and letting that in. Okay, so there's the Justice card. There's where the balance comes in. How to balance what you know, but also be open to learn more and also be open to new experience without fear. And when that happens, the 8, the beautiful 8, which is, if you do 4-4 and 4-4, that came in a lot here, is 8. You have progress. 8's a beautiful card. It's a card of movement. It's a card of getting things done and accomplished. Okay, I talked about 8 a lot here too. Again today, it's quality things. It's taking the time. Okay, 8 was here. Okay, that's how you get movement. That's how you get going. That's how things start happening. Not about fearing your past and everything you've seen. And this is from my experience. To protect yourself with the 7 of protecting, of safeguarding, because you know how crazy situations can get. Because you've had experience from that. But it's about realizing that you have the ability to, especially as an adult, when you become an adult, you have the ability to make it a safe space for yourself. And that comes from inside, right? You know what makes you feel safe. You don't need to let your mind make you think it's nuts. Just think about it this way. You're still here to talk about it, okay? You're still here to live your life. So you made it. You made some excellent decisions along the way. You've gone through many things and made it here. Take time in your life to really focus on the things that make you happy. Put the compartments of joy where they belong, in the moment of the right now. And allow yourself to succeed by doing it this way. This has been your reading for today, my beautiful Pisces. I'm going to come back tomorrow and we're going to talk about your block. And it's going to tie in a little bit to what these cards came in, the suffering you may have felt, and how that is affecting you from staying in the moment. And we're going to try and help you out with this. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. Take good care of yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I've enjoyed doing it for you. I'm so glad to be back. And I will see you later. Bye for now, my beautiful ones.